Hello, everybody. Welcome back to the Creative Differences Podcast. I am Dallas, and today's episode is brought to you by the fact that none of us went to see Renfield.
Hi, I'm Gabby, and I failed. I failed big time.
I'm Colin, and I did watch a movie with Nicholas Hoult in it last night. Does that count? It doesn't.
Oh my god.
No.
I was gonna ask which one, but it's irrelevant.
And I'm Demi, and I'm glad I found a solution for this. Welcome to another episode of the Creative Differences Podcast, your one-stop shop for movie reviews, Fancast Fridays, Throwback Thursdays, and a number of other pop culture-related items. Today, like we said, we're not doing a review, but we will be doing a What You've Been Watching, and we will be doing a news and trailer recap because there were a lot of trailers that came out this week, and we felt like they deserved an episode to be discussed. So we're going to discuss them. That's really the only reason we're doing this.
That is true. Before we get into it, please like, share, subscribe, hit the things, just hit something. Because we need to make money so we can hire another editor to help Demi out because she has things she wants to do in life.
I have a job
She can't spend all her time editing this podcast for us because allegedly I say things that need to be edited out of the podcast and then that's more work for her. I think what I say is just fine.
It's not allegedly. It's I have edited things out. It's not an allegation if I have edited things out.
You can't prove it if you don't put it out, right?
I mean, I can.
To the people.
I have access to it. I'm not going to let them hear it.
I'm sorry,
The thing
audience.
is-
You're being deprived.
It's fine. We just have to get to the point where we have like a Patreon, and then those people can get
And
the,
then they
like,
can listen to it.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes. And the other things that we're going to put on Patreon. We will circle back
Gabby's
to that.
feet?
Colin. Yes. Colin.
No feet.
We are starting today with your 10-minute take. Tell us what you're talking about.
All right. So I watched 10 minutes of a thing based on a random number generator that I pulled up for the list. And I watched the first 10 minutes of Dear White People.
I knew
Yo.
it.
Oh, wow. Nice.
It was that or one other thing that Demi put on there. Anyway,
I don't even remember what I put on there.
I'm
So
surprised.
tell us what the first 10 minutes are.
Okay, so the first 10 minutes, I'm guessing it's a recap of the movie. I don't know because I haven't seen the movie, but
Are they showing the party?
yes, the
Oh,
blackface
yeah. I think
party.
it does start with the
The
party.
blackface party? Yeah.
That is the
Okay.
end of the movie.
That's how the movie ends. Blackface party.
Gotcha.
Mhm.
So there's that. It kind of covers like her starting Dear White People, like what that is, and then them doing the blackface party. And when we cut back to like the present, so to speak, she's talking about the party, and then she and her friend, whose name I don't know, are just like walking around talking about Bill Cosby being gross because he's gross. And they're like gonna hang out later, but this dude Reggie wants to hang out with Sam, but then it turns out she's actually having sex with a white man, and
The white man.
the white man, and then she's playing Candy Crush with the white man, and the 10-minute ends with her like, oh shit, I gotta go. So there you go.
All right.
I might come back to it when I'm not watching other things, but like I should probably watch the movie first, so I will do that. Is that also on Netflix?
I would watch it,
I don't think so.
I don't
It used
know.
to be.
Okay.
but I would watch it just because it's a lot of fun
Mhm.
Mhm.
to watch the show with reference.
Yeah.
Because there are a couple of fun little guest roles that come up from the movie.
Okay.
Mhm.
Especially with it basically being like a continuation. Like
Yeah.
you said, the way it starts is...
Mhm.
I feel like they
Previously on Dear White
recap it well enough at the beginning of the show.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But
You get it if you haven't seen the movie, but
still, I would watch
Yeah.
the movie
It's
because
helpful.
the movie's phenomenal.
Mhm.
Yeah. I mean,
nice. Did
I'll probably check that out.
That's what made
What's
me a
up?
Tessa Thompson fan, actually.
Me too.
is Lionel in the first 10 minutes?
I don't think so.
Give the glasses.
Well,
He
he
was
might
James-
be like in a
Tyler
shot
James
in the
Williams
party
movie,
of
right?
like one of the people
Yeah.
who walks in. He's not mentioned by name or anything. He doesn't talk. He doesn't.
Okay.
Makes sense.
That's funny because Lionel's actually the reason I wanted you to see the show.
And he's not in that
I
first
forgot
10
he wasn't in
minutes.
the first 10 minutes.
Darn.
But
It'd
oh
be
well.
like
If
that.
you go back to it,
You'll get to meet
then
Lionel.
you'll
Lionel's
get to see
great.
Lionel. Lionel's great.
All right. Looking forward to it. Maybe. I don't know.
All right, Dallas, what you been watching?
What I've been watching. What I've been watching? Some things. I've been watching some things, and I was like, I don't know what to pick. So I'm going to give you guys a mid-season update of how I'm feeling on Ted Lasso season 3.
Yo, let's get into it.
Not for
have
too
things.
long, though.
I have things to say too.
Yeah.
That could be our combined
So
what you've been watching.
we are going to review this in 7 weeks.
Yeah.
So gonna keep it brief.
Yeah.
They're doing a lot.
Oh, they are.
They're doing a lot.
A
And
lot.
I'm feeling this feels like a final season.
Yeah.
And some people are saying it's the final season. Some people are saying, oh, it might not be the final season.
They're like tight-lipped about it, which I'm like,
Yeah.
I wish you would have just told us. Like,
They
so
probably
I know.
don't know.
Oh,
I would like to know.
Like, not every streaming service just renews a show immediately after the season comes out.
That
no,
sucks
but, like,
from
I
a
know from
writing
experience.
perspective,
They
though, 'cause, like,
originally-
what are you supposed to do? Like,
But
is
they
it the final
originally
season? Is it
said-
not?
Well, we're going
Yeah.
on strike soon, so.
Oof. They did originally say that they were going to have this be the last season. So now they're kind of walking it back. So I'm completely confused.
Maybe they
And
realized
I
they
just
had more
wish-
story.
Maybe. I don't know. I'm just like hurt that they
Anyway.
wouldn't just tell us.
You
We'll
guys,
see what happens.
You guys are timed, so.
I love the show. Let's say that.
Yeah.
It's still great. It's still very funny. It still has its heart.
Yeah.
Everything that I love about the show is still there. Roy Kent continues to be fantastic.
I love it.
It's just a certain things that I'm like, oh, okay, we're introducing that now.
I hated it. Like this last episode, I feel like last episode was a low point for the season. Like
Wow.
arc-wise.
Okay.
Like, I feel like this is the point in the season where everything's hitting the fan, especially for last season. And I looked, it's like almost halfway through the season, basically. So I'm like, okay, this makes sense in terms of like conflict to introduce. I'm just hoping it gets better because I'm like,
Yeah, because if I had a nickel for every time a character on Ted Lasso got sexually involved with their boss, I'd have 2 nickels. It's not a lot, but it's weird that it happened twice.
Yup.
And I wish they would stop. It sucks because the way it happens, it's, oh, look, representation. But no, maybe not that way. And speaking of representation, we found out a character is gay this season a few episodes ago. And it just hasn't been brought up again since.
Oh, yeah. No, I feel like that pin's going to drop.
It has to,
Yeah.
especially because of what they did with that person finding out.
Yeah.
And then just,
And that
Nothing coming
person
of it.
looks like every time it pans to them in terms of that, I
Right.
feel like they're going to say something.
and then they
And
just
I'm like,
don't.
I'm just like bracing myself.
Which, in fairness to the show, they do have 7 more episodes. They have time. It's just y'all doing a lot.
They
But-
have a lot of time.
Yeah.
I now realized. I thought they would only have like 5 more episodes.
Yeah,
and
they
now you told
got
me.
the dozen.
Hmm.
And I love this show, so I have complete faith in them.
I do too.
Season 2 gave me some worry last time too,
yeah.
but they tied everything up in a way that I liked enough.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's still a great show. I have some concerns. We'll see what happens.
I also have concerns.
But I just want to say this. I don't care about Nate's little budding relationship. Nate sucks. So I know you're going to give him a redemption arc, but until you do, get that nigga off my screen.
How can they give him a redemption arc, Dallas, if he's not on the screen?
You know what? That's a good point. They better figure it out.
You want
Just
him
off
to
screen.
Just like
Just
your
start
off-screen
redeem
story.
himself
Don't
off
show.
screen
Tell
and
me
just come
that he
back
was
a different
great.
man?
Off screen, and then I'll be like, cool, you can bring him back.
That's the opposite of good
I
storytelling.
know, but I don't want to look at this nigga no more. Sick of him. Shout out to Nick Muhammad who plays Nate. He's a great actor. I just hate his character.
We just hate.
Yeah.
I think I know that name from somewhere.
He was on a show with the guy that plays Ross.
That's not
Okay.
what I'm thinking.
But yeah, great show. Continues to be great. We'll see how it ends.
Yeah.
That's Ted Lasso.
He's from The Martian. That's it.
Yeah,
Oh,
we
wow.
have some trepidation. Also, I do not remember seeing him in The Martian. Wow.
It's probably a small role. There's 1,000 people in that movie.
Yeah, there are.
Fair.
For like the teeniest roles.
So
Okay.
Oh, he's also in The Kid Who Would Be King. And I think me and Colin are the only people in the world who saw that movie.
I
That's
remember
true.
Colin seeing that movie. All right. That's Ted Lasso. So, Gabby, did you just jump on mine? We tag
Yeah,
team that?
we
Okay,
tag
cool.
team
Demi,
that
what you been
No, we'll
watching?
go to Colin. Colin, what you been watching?
Colin, what you been watching?
Hey.
Well, because I can talk about it, I've been watching Blindspotting because season 2
Let's
started.
go.
Ooh.
Hey, yes, it did.
Hell
It did.
yeah.
And it's so good so
Put
far.
out 2
There's
episodes.
what, 2
and-
episodes out? Yeah.
It's so good. It's so
I texted
good.
Colin throughout the entire thing.
Yup. Like, I needed someone to talk to about it. It's so good. Like,
I
it,
sent one message to the group chat and then was like, I'll just text Colin.
like that shit was already good, right? We knew that. But, like,
Yeah.
Of course.
oh, man. Like, some time has
Chef's
passed.
kiss.
Some stuff's happened. Ashley's going through it. I mean, she's always
Yo,
going
Ash-
through it, but...
Ash needs a joint.
And
And some
that's not
friends.
what she goes for, and I love it.
It's not, but she need it.
It's just also, like, Trish continues to be, like...
I cannot deal with Trish right
I
now.
forget how much I love her until you have scenes like the beginning of episode 2, and I was like, oh, right, yes, this is perfect. This is her.
Yeah. I already loved Trish last season because of how wild and insane
Mhm.
she was. But this season, like the storyline that they seem to be giving her, I'm like,
Yo,
no, not Trish being me. We have a problem here.
Listen,
I worry.
did you see that, what was it, like billboard on the bus stop? It's a problem. Like,
It's a problem. It's a problem.
it's just like,
Yeah, no.
also this show, when it decides
She's
to
me
get
for real.
tense, like it gets tense. I thought the first episode was bad.
Oh yeah, with the tunnel.
Yeah,
the tunnel was crazy.
The second one with the restaurant, I was just like, I can't. This is too much.
Yeah,
This is too much.
Earl's looking real good this season though.
Earl,
Yeah.
my boy.
It's looking real good. Everybody, I'm so excited to see where this season goes. Like, it's already on my
Same.
favorite TV shows of the year
absolutely.
list, and it only had 2
Yep.
episodes.
Same.
It's like,
100%.
nope.
Nice.
I'm like, put that up there. It might move up, but I'm gonna put that on there now.
It's just
Good. Already expecting Jasmine Cephas Jones to be on my list because
oh yeah, I put her on there already just because like, yeah.
I think she was number 2 on my list when the first season came out. So I'm sure that she'll be on it again this year. But I think that Jalen Barron also has a really good chance of ending up on my list, depending on how this storyline goes.
Yeah, that makes sense.
Also, the Too Short episode is too funny.
Oh my god.
What's
that shit
my
was good.
favorite word? It was so
I
funny.
can't wait.
It's so funny, and I need Dallas and Gabby to catch up
Yeah,
because
why have y'all not watched it? Like, come on now.
I thought Dallas would have watched it yesterday.
I'm debating waiting for JoJo to watch it with me.
Oh, okay.
But you guys are behind on Bel Air too, which means that you would be waiting.
Exactly. So like we have a lot of things that we need to watch, and it takes forever to line our schedules up.
Mm.
And I need you to finish Bel Air.
And I definitely need to finish these shows before it's time to review them. So
Yeah.
I got obligations.
Yeah, I need you to watch Blindspotting just so we can talk about it.
Yes, and I need you to understand why I say Trish is me, because obviously Trish is not me, but she is me in certain ways.
I
Because you
worry.
know how wild she is. I'm not
Yes.
like that.
Right.
I mean,
I love Trish post slap in season 1.
there's something to the wild. Like, it sounds like the kink service is working. So,
You know what? You're not wrong.
You hear that, Gabby? Kink services work. They make money.
Oh goodness.
oh my god.
I don't
Also-
want to be that.
Also, I love Cuddy.
Cuddy.
Yo,
Oh, I love Cuddy.
oh my god, when he popped up in the first episode and explained why he was there, I was like, okay, all right.
I love Cuddy.
Sure.
Cuddy's
He's great.
so funny. My girl Trish. Man. Yeah, everybody's back, and I'm just so happy. I'm so excited.
The one thing I want Colin to show up, and I don't think he will, but I want it.
Yeah.
I want it.
David owes us a guest appearance.
Oh, yes.
Best friend of the show, David takes.
Yes. Best friend of the show.
Best friend of the podcast, to be more specific.
Anyway,
Yes.
yeah, Blindspotting slaps. You should watch the movie. You should watch the show. It's all good. Just watch that shit.
Watch all of it.
Yes.
Yep.
Everything that the Blindspotting universe can provide you. Watch it.
Yes.
I agree.
Great. That takes us to me. Colin, are you ready to continue talking?
Sure.
I've been watching Schmigadoon because it's back, season 2.
I'm
Let's
still
go.
one episode behind. I need to watch that one. But
Ooh, the latest
girl.
one?
Yeah.
The latest one has a lot of good musical references.
Ooh,
It has
nice.
more Sweeney Todd references this time
Oh,
around.
really? Okay.
Yeah. Season 2, I love season 1, so I'm glad season 2 is here. I'm glad that Colin binge watched season 1 recently.
Yeah.
So now he can watch this with me because
Yeah,
it's
it was
great.
interesting because like season 1, like I like season 1 a lot. Season 2 already, I like it so much more. I don't know if it's just the era or what, like the music that they're doing. It's just like, yo, this slaps.
It's so much fun, and it opens up so much potential for future seasons because then you can just kind of evolve musicals to the point where we are and just do different eras
See,
of
that's
musicals.
interesting because what do you think the other eras are? I'm not.
I have no idea, but we're only in like the 60s, 70s, maybe?
Yeah.
They could also just do musicals based on movies because that's a thing.
Well, I mean, they're doing it based on era. Like,
Oh,
because
okay.
they were doing, like, Schmigadoon was like the really old ones that were like wholesome and happy and, you know, like Brigadoon.
Yeah.
And then this era, obviously, we're in Chicago. So
Yeah.
we're doing things like Chicago, but we're also doing things like Hair and Sweeney Todd. We're doing
yeah.
darker things that have narrators and stuff like that. Like, the
Uh-huh.
show literally
Yeah.
tells you straight off the bat, this is what we're doing this season.
I don't
Yeah.
know if I'm gonna be able to handle it. If like some point down the line they do like Schmamilton.
Oh, see,
I
that's
I
what
feel
I'm hoping
like they're
for.
probably going
That's
to.
what I'm hoping for. I hope that we get to that because that will be hilarious.
Well, and that's going to be like Hamilton and like Waitress and like the stuff.
I feel like
that's
they've got to
famous
get to
now.
that point.
And they'll get like Pasek and Paul type of stuff in there too.
Oh,
It'll be so
yup.
much fun.
That is kind of gonna bang.
Yeah, and if I can see Dove Cameron do that type of stuff and Ariana DeBose, and especially because Ariana DeBose was in Hamilton, like that would be so much fun.
Question is, are they doing Wicked this time?
No,
So we're not there yet.
we're nowhere near Wicked. That
Okay.
would probably be like a season or 2 down the line if we
Cool.
make it that far. Yeah, I love that they're giving Dove Cameron more to do musically this time around.
Yeah, that was one of the things I really loved when starting season 2 was seeing the same people playing different characters.
Yeah, they get to just really play around.
Yeah, it's so much fun.
And they got like a bunch of like musical theater professionals. So they all know these archetypes and like the way that musicals work. So they all get to really dive and dig into that. Jane Krakowski especially gets to do that. So you got to see the number that I was talking about, though, where I was like, there's a number that made me go, this could have been wicked, but y'all played around.
Yeah, that's the one with the three of them at the end of episode 2?
Yes, the one with Ariana DeVos, Dove Cameron, and Cecily Strong.
Yeah, like... yeah. Like, I don't even know Dove Cameron like that, but yeah.
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 Just, yeah. But anyway, Schmigadoon, it is on Apple TV Plus, just like Ted Lasso is.
True.
And it is so much fun. I'm loving Cecily Strong and Keegan-Michael Key this season because this time around they're more on the same page. It's a lot of fun.
That was my big issue with the first season was I did not like Keegan-Michael Key's character. And now it's like, I'm really interested, so this is good.
Yeah. We're having a lot of fun.
Yeah.
Aaron Tveit, Jane Krakowski. There are Kristen Chenoweth finally kind of makes her entrance in episode 3.
Oh, nice.
Which is really, really fun. In a very Mrs. Lovett fashion. Patrick Page does a song in episode 3.
Oh, shit, really?
Yeah, he does the final number of the episode.
Another question about musicals.
Yeah.
Is Les Miserables in this one?
No.
Damn it.
Oh
We're early. We're still early on.
Wow. I didn't know Sweeney Todd was this old.
I don't think it's like super old, but like it's not.
They'd have to give it its own season because it's just so.
Or it could be with Hamilton because it's, the same time.
Oh.
French Revolution, American Revolution.
That.
And also Andre Tveit.
Aaron Tveit.
Sorry. Whew, completely off on his name. Aaron Tveit was in Les Miserables.
Yeah, Sweeney Todd was 1979.
Ah, wow.
Actually.
And I know Hair was the 70s.
To me, when was Phantom?
Yeah. Phantom's old. Is Phantom in this season?
No.
I think
that would be so much
fun. I think it said something like this ends its like 35-year run, so that would be like
no, that's still
late 80s?
That's still like the 80s.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
So maybe next season.
1986 musical adapted by Andrew Lloyd Webber.
Okay,
so yeah, the 80s. That would be so much fun too.
Yeah.
So much fun. So many opportunities. And the showrunner and the writers are so good at making these parody songs.
Yeah.
That also still slap.
So amusing.
Like that I think is what I like the most about it is that like, yeah, you can make a parody song, that's fine. But to make a parody song that's really good, that takes some serious work.
Well, now that you've seen the show, I can tell you. So Corn Pudding was like up for an Emmy or something like that.
Really?
Wow.
Okay.
Which I was like, this one out of all the songs on Schmigadoon.
Right.
Like Kristen Chenoweth had a phenomenal number in season 1.
Yeah.
That's a one-shot. So.
Woo.
But yeah, Schmigadoon, check it out. It's fun. It's fantastic. And there's only like 8 or 10 episodes out so far, maybe 11 altogether.
Yeah. Cool.
But that leads us to news.
Woo.
And
you got trailers.
Trailer tracking.
Trailer tracking.
Let's get it.
We are starting with Star Wars Jedi Survivor.
We're only doing this because I missed out on talking about it last week when I was talking about Star Wars Celebration. We recorded before this trailer came out.
Nice.
I still haven't finished Fallen Order yet. I'm 50%, literally 50% of the way through the game. That was my status check last time I played that game. And then my brother accidentally stole it from me, and I haven't been able to play it since.
Yikes.
I'm going to buy the second one because I really like the first game. And hopefully I will finish the first game so I can actually get started on the second one. But I want to make sure I actually just own the second one. The first game is a lot of fun. Gameplay is so dope. I love playing Jedi because I get to do cool Jedi things that I can't do in real life outside of using a lightsaber. And I'm excited to see this story continue, even though in my head it just ends tragically. Because there's no way that Cal Kestis can ever rebuild the Jedi Order, because we have a movie coming out about that, and it's set 15 years after the rise of Skywalker, and this game is set after Order 66. So there's a whole lot of time in between those two things.
Yeah.
Cal's looking older. Hasn't shaved. My boy needs a shave. Looks like he's got some allies around this time, which is super exciting. Or maybe he has allies in the first game, and I just haven't reached that half of the game
yet. Have you not seen the... I mean, he already met... I can't remember the dude's name who drives the ship.
Yeah. But he can't play with them. Like, they're not, like, fighting with me.
Is he not? Isn't, what's her name on the ship, like, the entire game? Yeah, she's cool.
Yeah, she's on the ship.
Have you met... I think her name is Marion.
Is she the Night Sister? I think I stopped right before meeting her.
She slaps.
I'm on that part of the game.
And I think she's gonna have a bigger role in the second one, and she's lovely. So
I know. This is why I need to finish the game, because I know what characters become important towards the end of the game, like Trilla, for instance, and I just haven't
There also
gotten
is,
there yet.
I think, a novel that just came out that like
There is.
bridges some of the time between them.
Yeah, I'm excited. I definitely want to play the game. I had a lot of fun playing the first game. I will continue having fun playing the rest of the first game once I finally get all my information back. I have the game back. I just don't have the data back. I don't want to start over again.
Yeah, don't want that.
Don't want to have to do this all over again. Or I'm just going to have to wait until my brother brings his PS4 home or something. I don't know. Jedi Survivor. I'm super excited about that. Next up is Star Wars.
Speaking of Star Wars.
Yeah, next up is Star Wars Visions. Again, just talking about it because I missed out on it at Star Wars Celebration. Visions is one of my favorite Star Wars shows that has come out. I think it's super creative. Season 1 was only anime companies, anime studios making Star Wars. This season, we are expanding out beyond just anime. There's some stop motion. There's some claymation. I think that's really cool. They're also broadening out to different countries. It's not just
cool.
Japan and
I
it's
have the countries here if you need.
Yes. What countries are they?
We have Spain, Ireland, Chile. We have the United Kingdom, South Korea, France, Japan, India, and South Africa.
Yeah.
All right.
It's super dope. And one of the fun things about this show is that because you have all these different cultures kind of doing their own takes on Star Wars, and they're not considered canon. They can do anything they want and like make whatever they want. And it doesn't matter because it doesn't affect the story whatsoever.
Which is great.
Which is great. And it also allows them to kind of put their own cultural spin on Star Wars, which is a lot of fun.
Studio
That's
Mirror's
dope.
doing an episode.
Yes.
Oh, that's gonna slap.
I'm super excited. But like, yeah, last year, some of the anime stuff that they did was mind-blowingly beautiful. Like the first episode, which is in black and white, except for the red lightsaber. Super dope.
Nice.
And they always get really, really good people to do the English dubs. So like Jordan Fisher was on the show last year. There was a lot of people on the show last year, honestly. And I think this year it's David Diggs is doing a voice in one of the episodes.
Yeah.
And I think Anika Noni Rose is also doing a voice of the character in one of the episodes.
Nice.
So it's really cool. I love seeing Star Wars get to be creative. And I think I said it when Visions first came out, that it's so much fun to see Star Wars kind of go full circle and kind of return to a Japanese art form, express itself in a Japanese art form, because George Lucas took so much inspiration from Japanese films, mostly from Kurosawa.
Yeah.
So, and, you know, samurai and things like that. George Lucas, his world building is a lot of like a mixed pot of just random things that he would pull from and then he would create based off of that. So cowboys, samurai, all sorts of things. And then you put them together and put them in space and make a fantasy out of it. So it's always really, really cool to see other people take Star Wars and kind of make it their own. It's a fun little playground for people to just like a fun little sandbox for people to play in.
Yeah.
It's a sandbox I want to play in professionally one day. And I just love getting to see other people do it. And they're typically very excited to do it.
Yay.
Nice.
It looks fun. It looks cool. I'm super excited. And it comes out on May the 4th, aka Star Wars Day.
Woo.
And speaking of space and things Demi is a nerd about, the Marvels.
Yay.
Woo.
I don't know if I'm that much of a nerd about those. I'm a nerd
Not
about
them
the
specifically,
MCU.
but yeah, Marvel.
Yeah.
This looks fun.
It looks so
I knew
much
it
fun.
would. I didn't know exactly what to expect from it. So I just know I like Nia DaCosta now that I've seen Candyman.
I love
And
Nia
I know
DaCosta.
that Kamala Khan is adorable. And yes, she is. Now I understand the thing that happens at the end of Miss Marvel. All of us have seen it except for Gabby.
Yeah, I haven't. I'm
Somehow.
so sorry.
Colin saw the first episode.
No, I saw the first 10, 15 minutes.
Oh, you only did a 10-minute take on that? You never came back to it?
Never came back to it.
That sounds like
Yep.
you. But it looks dope.
It looks so much fun. I am so excited about it. I love Nia DaCosta, not because of Candyman, but because of Little Woods, which was her directorial debut. Literally, anytime Nia DaCosta has anything coming out, I constantly on Twitter recommend that people go check out Little Woods because it's really good. It's a really good drama. It's very sad, though. I'm very excited to have Kamala Khan back. Iman Vellani is some of the most perfect superhero casting that we've ever had. I don't think she's acting. I think she's just being Iman Vellani whenever she meets these people.
I can see that.
I think so.
That scene with Nick Fury is not her acting. It's her being excited about being in a scene with Nick Fury.
Oh my God, it's Samuel Jackson.
It looks so creative too. I'm very excited about there's a glimpse of a fight scene in there.
Yeah.
And Ms. Marvel is there fighting, and then she ducks down, and as she comes back up, she switches places with Tiana Paris's Monica Rambeau.
Yeah.
And it looks so cool, and that's got to be so creative, like fighting wise. It'll be unlike anything that we've seen in the MCU. Nobody's done that yet.
I just love that Miss Marvel is here because it's funny. Ms. Marvel wasn't my favorite MCU show. Like, I definitely enjoyed a good portion of it.
I think it was
But
my second favorite.
as far as the character goes, like, she is really fun.
Mhm.
And I think she brings a very fun energy to this movie that otherwise I don't know how excited I'd be about it, because just in the MCU, I've seen space. I've seen badass superheroes. I've seen Captain Marvel. I've seen Monica Rambeau. With this kid being there, it feels like we're doing something very different. So it's not just going to be badass space people fighting lasers and aliens. It's like, also we have this child. And she's going to inject a new energy, some humor.
And we have no choice but to bring her with us because we're
Exactly.
switching places with her. So we might as well just have her with us.
And they're going to play off each other in a way that I think that is going to make it pretty cool.
Yeah, there's a tease of this dynamic that I really like. Like, obviously, we see a lot of Kamala's like reactions to all these, you know, very fangirl, cool things are happening around her. She gets to hang out with like her biggest superhero. Like, that's her hero.
Yeah.
Captain Marvel is her hero. But I also think that there's also this tease at, so, you know, excited child, two very serious, tired adults. But then you also have the dynamic between Carol and Monica. They don't really go into it, but when Carol falls into that table and she gets back up and she notices Monica is there, the awkward way that she says hi, like, it very much feels like this is the first time that she's seen Monica since Captain Marvel. And a lot has happened since then. Maria has passed away from cancer. There was a fan theory going around during WandaVision that perhaps Maria only got cancer because she went to space with Carol.
Oh, I heard about that.
Also, but like, even then, even without that, like, Carol was a parental figure in a sense to Monica and kind of just neglected and abandoned her after Captain Marvel. So that's got to be
big yikes.
Big yikes.
Big yikes.
Big yikes. And then, of course, Monica having to also interact with this small child as she's probably also dealing with whatever childhood trauma that she has to deal with Captain Marvel.
Yep.
Yeah.
There's an interesting dynamic here that will be very fun to explore.
Yeah.
And I hope that they do explore. I trust that Nia DaCosta will do that. Also, Zaw Ashton is in this trailer for a quick split second. And I really like Zaw Ashton. She's really, really dope. She is also married to Loki. So
Oh, they're married now?
I think I can't remember if they're only engaged or if they're married.
Yeah, I don't know.
But yeah, we've got an MCU villain power couple here. So
Ooh,
Oh, look at that. Who would have thought?
who would have thought?
they
Not
had
me.
a baby though.
They do have a baby.
Nice.
But
Gabby,
yeah.
did you say anything about the
Nope.
trailer?
Gabby and Colin have both not said anything about the trailer.
No.
Colin don't be saying things sometimes.
The Marvel correspondents had to jump in.
Sorry.
But Gabby also has not seen Ms.
I
Marvel.
haven't seen the Miss Marvel, so there's not as much for me to comment on.
Except for how cool this movie looks.
Yeah, it looks cool. It looks like an interesting take that they're doing where like they can't use powers without switching. Yeah, that's all I can say.
Fair.
Also, Carol gets to have far more of a personality than she's gotten to have so far in
Yeah.
the MCU. And you can already see it in this trailer. She gets to be a little wacky, a little goofy, a little frustrated and angry and like not as stoic as she was in the first movie, which was a lot of people's complaints about that first movie.
Which is great because Brie Larson is fantastic.
She
Yeah.
is.
And I love when she gets to do silly things.
Yeah.
Mhm.
I'm sure she does too.
Yeah, she's just so good at it.
That should be good. And that should be a good time. This is probably my most anticipated Marvel movie of the year. Just because it looks like something new and different, not just within like the MCU, but for Carol.
Right.
Because I like the first movie, but I think that this is probably going to be better.
It looks better to me.
Yeah. And rumor has it there is a musical planet in this movie.
Interesting.
So Brie Larson may get to sing again like she did in Scott Pilgrim.
Hey, Envy Adams, let's go. Colin, did you have a thought?
I am surprised that it looks, well, I mean, we just watched Guardians too, but it looks like sillier than I would expect the MCU to be on its face. Like, sort of switching places thing, trading places is like, oh, okay, that's a bit wacky. They'll fight some aliens. There'll be some hint as to what's happening. I don't know. It's an MCU movie. It'll do what it does.
They're gonna make it do what it do.
Yep.
Kamala screaming about that flirkin is one of the best parts of that
And
trailer.
that was great. I was like, oh, your mom's doing her thing. Screaming at a cat.
Can't imagine being in her position, like being a high school kid who just loves Ms. Marvel and then on a whim finding out through WhatsApp that there's an audition for the show and then getting the role. And now you got a TV show and then now you get to star in this big MCU movie.
Wild.
That's the dream. All right. No good transition between the Marvels and the Continental, so let's talk about the Continental.
There's action.
Speaking of people fighting.
Looks interesting.
Oh boy. It's so funny. I did not need any kind of trailer or teaser. I was gonna watch this regardless.
absolutely, but
Like,
I wanted one.
I'm glad we got it. Like, oh, cool, guns.
I'm glad that they chose to do it at least soon after John Wick Chapter 4 came out.
Yeah, I was already hyped up. Like, yeah, I just watched Keanu fall down 46,000 stairs.
Jesus. We should count how many stairs. We need to look up how many stairs there are on that.
They say it in the movie.
Oh, they did, didn't they?
Like, you have to climb insert number here, stairs.
Yeah.
And then fall down.
Oof.
But yeah,
And climb them all again.
I'm excited.
The time period that they've set this in, I didn't know about, and
The
I think it's
70s?
interesting. Yeah,
Yeah.
I think it's really interesting.
I agree. And what I was gonna say actually works out for that.
Woo.
Is John Wick is one of my favorite examples of world building.
Yeah, mine too.
So just to
same.
see an earlier point in that world, like what did it look like when Winston was running around, not being Ian McShane?
Yeah.
When it was the 70s, and the 70s were a wild time
The 70s.
Mhm.
for like the normal world, not even the everyone in New York is an assassin world.
Yeah.
So I'm looking forward to see what's the 70s like when everybody has a gun
Right.
and is trained to kill.
Oof.
Yeah, I'm super excited. This teaser doesn't really tell us anything about the show.
No.
It just gives a vibe.
Yeah.
And I am excited about the vibe. It still feels like John Wick, even though we know it's not directed by Chad Stahelski.
Right.
Yeah.
We don't even really get to see our lead character very much. He only pops up. We only see his face at the end of the trailer.
Yeah.
I am a fan of that actor, though, so I am excited to see him in the role of Winston. There's only one aspect of the show that I'm not looking forward to, and he is nowhere in this teaser.
Oh yeah, I forgot about that. This is a good teaser.
What?
This is a good teaser. Mel Gibson is on the
Yeah,
show.
Mel Gibson's in
yeah.
the show.
Yeah.
But they didn't show him at all.
Not a
Smart.
drop.
Smart.
They're like, hey guys, please watch our show. Hopefully you don't know Mel Gibson's in
Don't
it.
forget. Don't think about the Mel
He's not
Gibson.
here.
Don't be
behind
suspicious.
the-
Don't be suspicious.
But there is somebody in this teaser that I was not expecting to see, but was hoping, and it's 0.2 seconds of Katie McGrath with a mask covering half her face. I love the Katie McGrath fandom because literally less than a second of footage, and with half her face covered, we all know who she is on the spot. Every single one of us. She was trending after that
God.
teaser came
Wow.
out.
Y'all go hard.
Like we came out of the woodworks like, yo, Katie's back.
Wow.
It's been so long. It's been like 2 years since she's been in anything, and we have missed her. I'm excited to see her play the adjudicator, because we've had an adjudicator, and I really liked that character, and I thought that I think it's Asia Kate Dillon.
Yes.
I thought they did a fantastic job.
Yes.
But I'm also very interested in knowing more about what the adjudicator does.
Question: were they in John Wick 4? When
No.
was the adjudicator?
Chapter 3.
Oh, I do not remember.
The adjudicator was basically the villain of the movie.
Yeah. They're walking around talking to everybody like, oh, you helped John Wick? We gotta catch you up.
Oh, yes, I remember.
Yeah.
Yes, got it.
Yeah, that's Katie McGrath's role this time, except there's no John Wick.
Right.
Although
So
I wonder if Ian McShane, if what is his name? Winston. I
Yes.
wonder if Winston in his day was kind of like a John Wick type of character.
That'd be wild
Yeah.
for him to become who he was after being the.
But also for the
Wild boy.
adjudicator to be there, that means something's
Something
going down.
Mhm.
Yeah.
Yep.
Something big happened. Because if I remember correctly, and again, shout out to the Katie McGrath fandom, because somebody was like, for all you Katie fans who don't want to watch the entire movie series, here's everything you need to know, and just broke down the entire world of John Wick. And I was like, as somebody who hasn't watched the first three in a while, let me just go through this real quick. But the adjudicator, they're under the table, but they are above everybody else.
Yeah, I guess it's.
So they can just dole out punishment willy-nilly as long as it's not against somebody from the table. They're the law keeper.
Yeah, they adjudicate.
Fair, that's what the word means.
Adjudicate, Dylan.
You're not wrong.
Yeah. It says they're an agent of the High Table and a representative of the Elder, in which they are given authority by the High Table to deal with, well, in this case, John Wick, and those who aided him after the latter's assassination of High Table member Santino D'Antonio.
Yeah, they can dole out punishment to anyone as long as it's not like the high. Well, actually, I think they can dole out punishment to the High Table too.
Really?
Yeah, I think the Elder, as long as the Elder has given them permission to do so.
Well, we'll see. We'll see what Katie doing with that mask.
I hope she's not wearing it the whole time because it horrifies me.
I mean, I gotta imagine that whatever's under there is probably horrifying. In
I
the
hope
canon
not.
of the
I
show,
hope
I know that she's not a horrifying woman in real life.
I hope it's just an aesthetic choice and not a
usually is
practical
in
choice.
the
I
movie.
know.
Usually
like,
isn't.
which one is it? Melina?
Melina, exactly. That mouth gonna go crazy.
Don't do that to me. Just
They got to be
Just
somewhere
know.
under there.
just know that she will probably make the apologist corner. She already did, though. She's already in the apologist corner for
She's coming back.
Morgana Pendragon. She's just going to come back with a different
She's got
character.
her seat saved.
Yeah. Katie McGrath and her villains just have a corner already in the corner. So there you go.
All right.
I'm excited, though.
Yes.
It's coming in September.
Yes.
Woo! Which is sooner than we thought.
Yeah.
Only sooner than we thought because we had no idea when this was
Exactly.
coming.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
It's
Like,
coming.
wow.
We were just like, we've been waiting like 3 years for this show.
Yeah.
When is it coming out? Also, it's only 3 episodes, and each episode is an hour and a half.
You're
Ooh, they're dropping 3 movies.
Exactly.
3 movies.
3 whole movies.
I'm with it.
In the span of 3 nights, maybe 1 night. Who knows?
Hopefully, spread it out a little bit.
No, Dallas, we're gonna watch all 3 in
Jeez.
one day.
One right after the
We should watch
other.
it together. Actually, that would be fun.
Movie night.
Hey,
Show night.
no, it's a movie night.
Basically, movie night. Speaking of
World
art
building.
we like involving controversial people that we don't like, they're doing Harry Potter again. And
Unnecessary.
they showed us the logo for Harry Potter
Which is and played the music
and played the music for
from
Harry Potter.
Which was confusing.
Which was okay. So I have gotten a lot more tolerable of remakes, whether I want
do
them or
too.
not, because my thing is I just don't need to watch it. If I just want to watch the old one, I'll just watch the old one. So I'm
True.
not
Yeah.
inherently upset.
Yeah.
But like this announcement
Yep.
is just, hey, remember Harry Potter?
Yep.
This is the logo and this is the song. It's coming.
We're doing
But
it
we
again.
already knew it was coming before this video was
So
posted.
what is the point?
This was
of this?
but this was like the official.
I guess they do have to do that.
Yeah, because I
coming to
think it was originally just like trade talk,
Oh, okay.
and now it's
They're like,
official.
it's real.
They saved it for their announcement that HBO Max is now becoming Max.
Yes.
Which I hate.
Most
Max.
people do.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't know.
I mean,
I feel like I'm probably not gonna watch it due to my current stance.
Yep.
About J.K. Rowling.
fair.
Yeah.
I am. Also, it's just so soon after the movies.
Mm.
And like we said this about Moana too, but like Moana, I was like, well, if you're gonna do it, Ali Carvalho just has to play Moana, and it's fine.
Yeah.
But like for this, I'm just like, there's just no. It's just so soon. Like it just ended less than 15 years ago.
Which, to be honest, relatively speaking, we've gotten them in shorter time.
We
Like,
have,
the time between Spider-Man 3 and Amazing Spider-Man
which is ridiculous.
was like what, 7 years?
Yeah.
Yeah.
But that was a rights situation. That's it.
Yeah,
If we
Sony
don't
was,
make
like,
a movie
scrambling.
soon, we're just gonna lose the rights to
And
Spider-Man.
then Marvel's gonna suck it up.
Mm-hmm.
Marvel did anyway.
But I mean,
We found a way. I mean, they found a way.
They made a deal. Is what
Marvel
they did.
finds a way.
Sony got hacked.
At least it's a different medium. Like it's not just movies again.
Yeah.
Because
know-
one of the things people complained about
Yeah.
with any book adaptation to a movie,
Mhm.
they left this out. They didn't do that.
Mhm.
Where's
Yeah.
Elf Slave 2?
Yeah.
Where's
Oof.
Poltergeist?
Although some people have pointed out that the whole house elf thing
hmm
might be a little problematic when you look back on it.
Might be.
I mean,
Girl, it's
I'm sorry,
slavery.
Colin's here.
slavery's bad, but
It's
like,
slavery,
Well,
and the
also-
slaves are happy to be slaves. Like,
And there's also one character who cares about the fact that this is happening.
Only
and-
one of them.
And it's written to be annoying
yeah.
on her part that
Mhm.
she cares about it.
it's
everybody else is
odd.
like, oh, the
Although-
slaves are happy to be slaves. Just let them be slaves. This is what they
I
want
don't
to be doing.
think
It's a wild
because
time.
Davy was pretty happy to not be a slave.
Yeah,
Oh, for
Dobby
sure.
was.
But he was
for sure.
considered weird. Like,
Well, it's like I
Was he?
think he,
Yeah, he was
was
considered
given the out of
insane.
like, well, his master is abusive, so it's fine if he doesn't want to be a slave. But then you get the house elves at Hogwarts in the kitchens, like, oh, we get quote unquote treated well, so we're fine with being slaves.
So like
Creature-
Oompa Loompas.
And Creature
Yes.
loves his master.
Creature's Samuel Jackson from Django.
Jesus.
Um,
What a good
yes, it's
analogy.
really that.
Oh,
But
man.
yeah, you know.
I think also what's weird about it, and we shouldn't talk about this for too much longer, but I do
Right.
think what's weird about it is the fact that, like, we mentioned Spider-Man.
Mhm.
We were like, there was like a 7-year difference, but like between those 7 years, there wasn't another franchise from the original franchise, you know, spawning off other things.
Mm.
yeah.
And then suddenly
I
there was a
wonder if
reboot.
this is
Like,
their way
we've-
of like quietly killing Fantastic Beasts.
Exactly.
I
Like we
feel
literally
like-
can't. We went from Harry Potter,
Mhm.
and then very shortly after, maybe not very shortly, but
Pretty
within
shortly.
10 years, we went
Yeah,
on.
within a few years.
Yeah, within like 10 years, we went on to another Harry Potter movie franchise, which was
Yeah.
supposed to be connected to the original movies that we were watching. And within 2 years of the most recent Fantastic
Yeah.
Beasts movie coming out, we get an announcement that we're rebooting
Yeah.
Harry Potter.
Yeah.
And it's like, but we're not done with the franchise we were just
Yeah,
watching.
but like, see, what it feels like is Fantastic Beasts happened, especially the last one, did not go over terribly well. So they're like, oh, we have to go back to the original story. Everyone loves that. Let's do it and make it bigger and longer. And it's like, that'll be great. And it's like, I mean, I guess if you want to not take risks ever.
I'm going to be honest with y'all, and this is going to be real problematic of me. If this had been a Marauder series, I would have considered watching it.
Yeah.
And that's the story you want, though.
Same. I would have considered it.
Like, I would have considered. I'd have been like, oh, wait a minute. I have been waiting years for that one.
Does
like,
seem weird
oh no, you hit me right in the enticement.
For a series that, you know, people talk so much about the world, they're not doing something even slightly different.
Here's what I think it is. Disney is about to put out a bomb-looking Percy Jackson show. They needed to compete. And I think that
they were like Harry Potter.
Yeah, I think that's what it is.
Listen,
Luke, y'all like Harry Potter, right?
Right.
Because they're like, what's another show that's like, what's a property that we have that's starring mostly children that could compete with this Disney
started
property?
The trend.
Yeah. That's the only thing that the reason that I think.
Lucasfilm and Disney Plus. Disney Plus, you guys got Percy Jackson. Lucasfilm, Renew Willow, and then you got 2 magic shows coming out to fight them off.
Yeah, that's the big thought that I have. Because like, how convenient that they've announced this.
Like, legitimately, Percy Jackson started trending as soon as that Harry Potter news came out. Because they were like, oh, they saw Percy Jackson and got scared.
I don't even think to compare the two because I feel like just Harry Potter has had so much more of a chokehold on the world.
Percy Jackson is starting to gain that chokehold, though. If this show turns out to be really good, we might finally get the chokehold.
Especially since Percy Jackson's way more diverse and like the longevity on that looks way better.
Percy Jackson, Percy Jackson kind of feels like the YA series of now that just happened to be written
like 10 years ago
earlier on.
Yeah.
Because even then, like Percy Jackson and the Olympians, the original 5-book series, it's not super inclusive.
No,
but Rick Riordan learned with time, just like the rest of us did, and all of those books have gotten far more inclusive the more that like time has gone on.
Yeah.
And even casting for the original, like for this new show. Is like, no, we're going to be inclusive because we know now and we know better now.
Yeah.
And Rick Riordan's just a cool guy.
That's the thing is like I've seen people talk about, you know, they're going to cast a black girl as Hermione to try to like be like, oh, we have diversity. We're cool.
I know. I'm waiting for it. I'm waiting to see if they actually do it.
I 100% think they will. I think they will probably emphasize Dumbledore being gay just so they can pull that one too.
I don't know how they're going to do that.
What
are they going to have them do? Like flounce around? Like, what are they going to do? Like, Dumbledore was never, like, the teacher sexuality was never a thing because they were just teachers. Like, who cares about what their teachers do at home? No
classroom, one. Gabby. They got to commit to it.
Not for the kids. Not on the kids show. All right. Well, all I'm going to say is that when this show does come out, for all those people who are going to be interviewing or critiquing or whatever you're doing, please leave these children actors alone.
Yeah.
They have nothing to do with this controversy. They just are trying to have jobs. And they're like probably 10, 11, 12, 13 even. So leave them out of it.
Yeah.
Let them enjoy their job.
I agree. And speaking of shows on Max, The Penguin.
The one we're actually looking forward to.
Yes, we got a teaser. It looks dope.
All right. When it said in production teaser, I was like, oh, they're going to show us him putting makeup on. And it's just going to be an interview with Colin Farrell.
Right.
And they're going to tell us about what the show is going to be. Or Matt Reeves is going to talk to us. Blah, blah, blah. This is a teaser.
Right.
Yeah.
Like, y'all got a lot.
It's both. That's what's so interesting. Like, there are parts where it's like, oh, hey, that's a boom mic in the shot. But...
It's low key. Like, remember when we got that
when you got the first Batman teaser?
It was like that. We're like, what the fuck? This is done.
Right.
It feels like Matt Reeves, like, as he films, he also edits.
But he's not even. I don't think he's filming this either.
Wild.
He's just on his game.
Loving Wild.
I think this one is being done by Craig Zobel.
Okay. Then they must edit a lot faster than we think. Like, they must really get down to it, and we're just like, we just think they film everything first, and then they get down to the maybe.
It's the color grade for me. I'm
like, what?
I'm like, the edit, fine, but the color grade for me, this looks like an actual show already.
Yep, I agree.
Dallas, what you thinking, man?
It looks dope. I'm ready to watch Penguin get his gabagool on.
There was moments like that in the trailer.
Yeah, he did the Italian hands. He just
when I saw him do the Italian hands, I was like, oh, Dallas is going to freak.
Oh, yeah. What are you showing me?
Hey.
But yes, I have said before on this podcast and off of it that Colin Farrell's Penguin is my favorite thing about the Batman. So him getting his own show was fantastic.
Chef's kiss.
And yes, Italian pizza chef's kiss. I can't wait to see it.
Craig Zobel, who is doing the Penguin series, also did Mayor of Easttown, which I recently watched. It's a very good show.
I've heard it's good.
Westworld, The Leftovers, American Gods, Z for Zachariah, which is a movie I've also seen. Those are probably the things that he would be most well known for.
Nice.
Woo.
Colin, what do you think of the Paisan Penguin?
For why?
It's
Or
one
why?
of those things where it's like the Penguin was the best part of that movie, but that movie didn't do much for me otherwise. So I'm like, I don't know if he's interesting enough that I want to watch a show about him.
Fair.
Like, I would like them to fast track that Arkham show that is going to happen at some point, but
Whatever they're doing with that.
if that's still happening, I don't even know. I mean, I might check it out based on what I hear about it, see how it goes. I don't know.
Yeah.
Could be into it.
It's looking real mafia, looking real Sopranos.
Mm-hmm.
Yes.
Mm-hmm.
Very much gabagool.
With the Batman
Very
being
much gabagool.
oh my god, with the Batman being my absolute favorite Batman movie. Okay, maybe tied with Mask of the Phantasm.
Good choice. I
I know. Mask of the Phantasm. And once I saw that one, I was like, oh, this is super good.
It's so good.
It's so good. It's only like an hour and a half too.
Love it.
It's fantastic. I want that villain brought to the live action.
Yo, that would be so dope.
It'd be so good. She would fit really well in Matt Reeves' universe too. But yeah, I'm super excited about the show, and it looks really good. Renzi Felice is also in it, and I've been really excited about that. And he's in the teaser, and I was like, oh yay, cool. I do
Oh,
really.
is that the dude he's talking to, where he's like,
Mhm.
if you mess up, you sleeping with the fishes or whatever he's.
I think he says he'll gut him or something, you know.
I'll
Yeah,
gut you,
I'll
like, a fish. Yeah.
Forget about it.
Yes. Also, I think my favorite shot might be like after he shoots somebody 3 times,
Mm-hmm.
and just like the laughter there's like that slow laughter
Yeah.
that comes out of him. I was like, ooh,
Yeah. I don't
horrifying,
like
but
it.
also very comic booky. I like it.
This is a great version of Penguin.
It is. It's a very good version.
All right.
It's also a refreshing version. Like
Mhm.
not like I felt like nothing could top Danny DeVito's, but it's so different.
It's very different,
Oh,
and I'm
yes.
very glad it is.
Yeah.
I'm glad that the prosthetic makeup, first off, they have found a way to make it a shorter time to put it on,
Nice.
but also it still looks really good.
Yeah. Yeah.
I guess the fear would be like, oh, you're moving to television while you have a big budget. Like, is that going to, is that
Affect.
prosthetic quality still going to be there?
Yeah.
But it is still there. I still can't see Colin Farrell in there. So.
Yeah, me either. I'm
Dude,
like,
yep.
I still can't. I can't believe it. I feel like they're lying to us.
That is a random Italian man.
Yeah.
They just told us it was Colin Farrell.
Yep.
Man. It's like it's to the point where that night when we saw him sitting at Cocaine Bear with us,
Oh, he was
I did
there.
not I did not even consider the fact that that's the Penguin, because I would have loved to have asked him like, yo, bro,
You were like Dumbo.
like you're, no, not even. I might,
Just kidding.
I might have gotten a Fantastic Beast. I'm so sorry, bro.
No. Oh, the thing is, he was really good in that.
Actually, no. I think my brain actually went to Banshees of Inisherin.
Sharon.
That makes sense.
Inisherin.
It's more recent. I always go to the gentleman now.
He was nominated for an Oscar at the time, so I think I would have gone straight to that.
The gentleman.
But I for sure would have been like, yo, you killed it as Penguin, my dude. I'm so excited for the show. But yeah, Penguin. Looks good. Looks great.
Speaking of comic book adaptations that we love, except for Colin, Morena Baccarin and Stefan Kapocic are back for Deadpool 3. They are Vanessa and Colossus, respectively.
Yo,
And
Can't wait.
I love that.
Excitement.
they gave Morena Baccarin what she was asking for.
I love it.
Because literally like a week before that news came out, she was saying that she wasn't back on yet.
Yeah,
And
she's
that-
like,
I don't
She's
know.
like, I'd love to be, but
Yeah,
I
we
don't
haven't
know.
come. She was like, we haven't come to an agreement yet. I was,
The one that I'm waiting for is oh my god,
teenage.
Zazie Beetz.
Oh, Zazie.
Yeah,
Oh.
she had like from the looks of it, I don't know if she's been like brought back yet, and I'm like
No,
waiting
they,
for
no,
it.
they haven't announced if she's back yet. She might not
So-
be.
I would
Yeah.
love some more Domino.
Yeah,
I would
so
too.
I want
She's
all of
amazing.
them and Zazie and actually the entire
Yeah, but also,
X.
yeah, I was about to say teenage Negasonic.
Brianna Hildebrand?
That is
Yeah.
Brianna
Yeah,
Hildebrand.
she's-
Negasonic Teenage Warhead.
Yeah, she hasn't been announced to be back either. But Morena Baccarin was the one I was super concerned about because,
They killed her off last movie.
but also because they brought her back last movie, so bring
They
her back.
did?
Yeah, credit scene.
Somebody didn't want to see it in credit scenes.
I forgot.
She forgot him.
I forgot about that thing.
But yeah, I'm super excited. I love Vanessa, even though I wish they would just give her powers.
See,
Maybe
It's
they
very
finally
weird
will.
that
they
she's not a
will.
Because
mutant.
now she'll be in a universe with mutants. Maybe she'll finally get them.
yeah.
Oh yeah, they can mutate her.
Well, I mean,
Woo.
she was in a universe with mutants before, but
Yes,
but
but
now
they do
she'll be
something.
in the
now she's
MCU.
with Disney.
Maybe they'll give her some.
Mhm. See,
Because I definitely want to see how she would play that role. Because she's great as is.
As Vanessa.
Yeah. But just the things that their relationship is so silly.
yes.
The things that they could do if his girlfriend was a shapeshifter.
Ooh, ooh.
That sex montage is gonna go crazy.
Even better.
That should be the side effect of her coming back to life. Like, the timeline has changed so much that she is now a mutant.
Like, oh, what?
It would be so much fun. It would be like a mutant road trip. It could be her and Wolverine and Deadpool and Colossus, and it would be hilarious.
And
It'd be so much fun.
Negasonic Teenage Warhead.
Yes.
Yeah.
It'd be so fun.
But I'm hyped. I'm super excited for this movie. I am the Deadpool fan of all Deadpool fans. Y'all know this. So I was going to watch it regardless, but now I'm even happier to watch it.
It's also, like, oh, the things that I love are back.
Exactly. Let's just do everything. Do everything I love. Yeah. Not seeing any Zazie. But we're getting Dopender back and we're getting Blind Owl back.
Yes.
So love that.
So honestly, we're still winning.
Yeah,
we're still
definitely.
winning.
We were
still
winning when
we're still eating. Like,
we were winning when Wolverine came aboard. But
that's true. See.
When they said Deadpool 3, I was like, oh, I'm winning.
They were like, are you eating though? And we are. We are eating though.
They were like, here's some nutrients. Yes, but here's the whole smorgasbord.
Yes.
And Deadpool's eating too because they brought his girl back.
Hey.
Happy International Women's Day. Let's move on.
Yeah, Colin sighing while the rest of us are cheering is hilarious.
That is the vibe of the podcast. Anyway, speaking of probably weird comic book adaptations, Creature Commandos.
I'm excited.
Yes.
Yes.
What is this?
This is
I do not know.
The first part of James Gunn's DC slate.
Yes, it
as
is
me and Dallas discussed in our
animated.
DC slate recap. So check that out
it is an
later.
animated series. So they have David Harbour, Indira Varma, Alan Tudyk.
Well,
because
it says
of course,
which characters they're playing, right?
Yes, I definitely saw that.
In the article.
I don't know why they did it like this. So David Harbour is Eric Frankenstein. So he's a version of Frankenstein's monster, but his name is Eric. Why not?
Frankenstein.
I love you. I'm Frankenstein. Zoe Chow is Nina Mazursky, a scientist. That's all we got. It's a scientist. It says Gunn will voice G.I. Robot, a military android.
Sean Gunn, mind you, not James Gunn.
Hey, Kirk from Gilmore Girls.
That's why you kept calling him Kirk in the reaction. I was like, who's Kirk? I knew it was a character from something.
You're like, who the hell is this?
Yeah, he was an iconic character from Gilmore Girls. Got you.
Alan Tudyk is Dr. Phosphorus, who is a permanently radioactive Batman villain.
Wow.
So
another voice role for Alan. Nice.
Alan Tudyk is going to put himself in every weird DC show. He's in Harley Quinn. He's in Doom Patrol.
Yep.
He's having the time of his life, and I'm here for it.
Wait, who is he in Doom Patrol?
He's the main antagonist, at least in season 1.
Season 1.
I didn't see the other season. Mr. Nobody?
Yeah, I think that was his name.
Yeah. He's a weird dude.
He also played Green Arrow, which is funny. That's not a weird one.
Wow.
He played Green Arrow?
I think he plays Green Arrow on Young Justice.
Is that Alan Tudyk?
I think that's Alan Tudyk.
Nice. He's great. He's got some range. Dr. Phosphorus, I think, is the only character that I knew from this lineup.
Well, Rick Flag Sr. as well.
I knew there was a Rick Flag Sr. I didn't know him like that.
I mean, I don't know him like that either. I know of him.
Sorry, Frank Grillo is playing Rick Flag Sr.
Oh, of course he is.
Yeah. It seems like a Frank Grillo type role.
Yep, it does.
Indira Varma's playing the bride of Frankenstein, isn't she?
This article is written in a weird way. They listed all their names, and then when they started listing who they're playing, they didn't list everybody. Oh, they're bringing Weasel back?
Yeah, also played by Sean Gunn.
Did Weasel didn't die.
No.
Weasel didn't die in that movie. Weasel's coming back. James Gunn is so weird. But I love cartoons and superheroes, so I'm going to watch this weird thing.
Oh, okay, here we go. All right, so Frank Grillo will be playing Rick Flag Sr., David Harbour as Frankenstein, Indira Varma as the bride, Alan Tudyk as Dr. Phosphorus, Maria Bakalova as Ilana Rostovic, Sean Gunn as G.I. Robot and Weasel, Zoe Chow as Nina Mazursky, and Steve Agee?
No idea.
Yeah, returning as John Economos.
Love it. I'm excited. I don't know why I'm excited because I don't know anything about this, but I like
James
these people
Gunn
and I like
involved.
the guy who made it. Also, I like Zoe Chow now that I've seen the after party. Creature Commandos. Creatures. Colin likes monsters. Gabby likes animals. It's going to be a fun time for everybody.
Sir? Why did I just quietly agree with you? Like an
You
idiot?
sure did.
She was not paying attention at all.
She wasn't. That's how you
I'm
don't
so
pay
sorry.
attention.
I was trying to pull up something.
But yeah, it's the beginning of James Gunn's slate. As we said, if you guys want to hear more about the slate that James Gunn has announced, you guys can check me and Dallas out discussing it on this channel as well after we're done here.
That is true. Colin, as the resident monster masher, what are your thoughts on Creature Commandos?
I don't really have any. Like
Go look up the picture.
It's one of those things where it's like,
is it personality over looks?
No, what? No, I'm talking about the actual show or movie or whatever it is. It's like one of those things where, you know, kind of like what happened with Guardians, where James Gunn was like, I want to make this thing, and a lot of people were like, I have no idea what the fuck that is. And at the time, I was still interested in like superhero shit. Now I'm not.
Right.
So I don't really care about this.
Right. So now it's just I don't know what that is.
But it's animated.
Bye.
That might pique your
I don't
interest.
watch everything animated.
You like animated stuff. You say it's the superior art form.
It is
I'm
the
just saying.
superior art form. I just
There's a
You're
lot of
not
animated
right,
I don't know.
stuff.
I don't know.
to
I
watch.
mean, I don't really gel with James Gunn's like style that much.
Mm.
So I don't know.
Yeah, might not be the one for you.
Yeah.
But speaking of monsters, Blade, Mia Goth is in it.
Yo.
She's joining the cast.
More
An
superheroes too.
interesting, yeah,
Yeah, there's a lot of superheroes.
yeah, interesting choice on their part, and I'm
Well,
looking
depending on
forward
who
to
she's
it.
playing.
That's true.
We're gonna find out that she's actually Blade. Marshall is not.
Only
Stop
if they
it.
want to riot.
Watch her be like the main antagonist because she's a scream queen now.
She is a scream queen now.
Oh, this is weird because
mean,
yeah, go ahead.
This is a movie about vampires, so she's playing. She's not she might not even be an antagonist, but she can be a
She'll probably just be
vampire.
like
You
a
see how
vampire.
pale that girl
Oh
is?
yeah, she is pale with a capital P.
Yeah.
She's so pale. She was in that Emma movie from 2020.
Such a Gabby thing
That's
to
what
say.
I know her from.
That's your scale of pale. Your pale scale.
Oh.
Yeah.
I've never seen her in anything, so I can't.
Yeah, despite enjoying horror,
I thought you saw
I
Emma
haven't
with
seen the things that she's been doing lately. So good for her. I mean, I've been
Yeah.
hearing her name a lot. I look forward to seeing her in something. Sometimes you hear a lot about an actor.
And I've
or
never
actress,
seen them in
and it's like,
anything.
oh yeah, I heard you're great. One of
Me-
these days, I'm gonna see you in something.
Me about Io Adebri until this year.
Right. And that's me with a lot of people. And I, oh, you're that person everybody's been talking about. You're actually very good.
Yeah.
So that'll probably be me with Mia when Blade comes out.
I'm just
Yeah.
glad this movie is still moving forward and getting off the ground.
Yeah.
Same.
Yeah.
Same.
I hope Kit Harington's still in it. We'll see.
I heard he's not.
I
Rumor
heard
going
that
around is that
too.
he's not in it. Although the rumor going, I don't think he was ever in it. That was never an official thing. So
Oh, I mean, I guess people just assume because of.
people assumed because
Are
of
you
the
sure
end
you're
credit
ready for
scene.
that, Mr. Whitman?
Yeah, I think they
Yeah.
just exist within the same corner of the MCU, but I don't think he was ever going to be in that movie.
That makes sense. I don't think Blade hangs out with Black Knight or Black Knight's godfather, grandson. I don't know who he is.
Alrighty.
I think they just wanted a good excuse to throw Blade in somewhere, introduce him.
Alrighty.
Tease
then.
him.
Colin,
Womp womp.
Yes.
I know you don't care about superheroes.
Yep.
What do you think about Blade? Do you care?
I think it's probably not going to be as enjoyable as the original trilogy, but
But you'll never know unless you see it.
I know. It's not going to be as silly. We're not going to have the controversy of what was it? Wesley Snipes, was it he refused to like close his eyes or something in one scene, so they had to like digitally. That shit's not going to happen with Mahershala.
I mean, that's
Nah,
probably
he's-
for the best.
I need.
He seems
that.
like a very
What about the
like,
taxes?
sweet professional man.
Dallas, you asked him, and now you want him to shut up.
I did. I
know
just
you're
want to hear what he
regret-
says about
I know you're
vampires
regretting
and
it,
such.
but
I didn't think he was going to
He's
say,
like-
what about the taxes? That's not where I expected that to go.
Yep.
speaking of Disney,
I had a transition. I'm not going to use it.
don't do it.
I'll tell you guys off mic.
Oh my
Lilo and
God,
Stitch.
yes, I
We
wanna
got,
hear it off mic.
Sydney
Adugong.
Adugong and Billy Magnussen are cast in live action Lilo and Stitch.
So when we saw the news about Billy Magnussen, we all were just like, I don't know where he's going to be in this movie, but okay. But then I saw people going, oh yeah, him and Zach Galifianakis will be Pleakley and
Jumba?
Jumba?
Jumba.
Yes.
And I'm like, oh yeah, that makes sense.
That makes sense
okay.
to me.
That does make sense.
I was like, that's the only place where I'm allowing that to happen.
Yeah. Unless they want to make him into some sort of bad guy, because he does play bad guys. But
Yeah,
Nah.
he seems like he'd be
Yeah,
silly
but
enough
he
to
ain't got
play
no
Pleakley.
K2 energy.
I feel like, nah, he doesn't.
And he's
He
definitely not Cobra
has.
Bubbles.
No, he's not Cobra Bubbles. I wonder who's going to play Cobra Bubbles.
It would be hilarious if it was Billy Magnussen. It's going to be Mia
It
Goth.
would also be deeply offensive.
It would be. We need Ving Rhames is what we need.
We do.
Yeah, and then Sydney Adugong as
they would.
Yes, as
Yeah.
Nani.
Nani. Her sister's a really good actress. I know that much.
Nice. I don't know
Who's her
anything about this
sister?
woman or her
Her
family.
name is Sienna Adugong, and I enjoyed her on Resident Evil, which is a show that nobody really liked. So, but I thought she was good.
Yeah, I've been waiting to see who's going to play Nani, just because, you know,
For
I'm
reasons.
a fan of the movie.
Yeah.
And I am also a fan of casting.
Yep.
For
And-
reasons.
I was like curious.
Everybody
Dallas
thinks that
just say
Nani's a
that you
thick
want to
beauty.
have sex with the cartoon character
She's a
and who is
thick
on.
hottie. She's a thick hottie.
Colin.
She is a THICC hottie. This Nani is not.
You know that I learned the
Specific.
origin of the word thick with two C's yesterday, and I will have to tell that to you guys off mic
I
because
wanna
I was like,
hear
oh,
it.
for real? Let us continue.
We're going to talk about these
with,
two things off mic
off
that
mic.
we were.
Let's continue with Sydney Adugong.
Yeah,
There is some criticism that there might be some colorism going on.
Yes.
She's
I
not
feel-
as brown as the cartoon character.
Nor
No.
is thick.
Thank you, Gabby.
No, like I don't mean that in like a sexy way. I mean like it would have been nice to see someone.
Body positivity.
Yes, exactly.
Okay.
It would have been nice to see someone like
Some thick thighs.
fit the actual like Nani physical character.
Yes.
I
way
agree
more.
with you. For purely representational reasons,
Of
it would be
course-
very nice
Of course you
to
do.
have some thick thighs in the
Yes.
new Lilo and Stitch movie.
I think that these are valid criticisms. Just don't come for the girl, okay? Just leave her out of
Yeah,
it.
leave her out. It was not her decision. It was definitely a gigantic media conglomerate and company's
Well, see, that's an
decision to do
interesting
that.
thing because it's like, at what point is it also this person's decision to go for a role?
Well, sometimes they don't even tell you. Like Disney stuff is so secret that they're like, we would like to have you audition, and you don't know what you're auditioning for.
Mm.
You're just going in for.
I mean, we
staffing.
have had cases of people stepping down from roles once they realize, like
We've had one case of that happening.
One
yes, we've
very
had
public case.
a person stepping down from a role.
Ed Skrein
Yes.
stepping down from
For,
Hellboy,
Hellboy.
and Daniel Day Kim took the role up.
Yes,
Yes.
which good job, Ed.
Yeah.
But
I have so much respect for you, Ed.
Yeah, actually, me
I
too.
don't
Work
think-
is hard. It's work out.
yeah,
it's
this
hard out
isn't
here.
like they got some white girl from Texas. Like the character's Hawaiian, the actress is Hawaiian. Sure, it would have been nice to have a more dark skin, as Gabby said, thick hottie to play.
I did not say that.
You said thick hottie.
You did.
To play Nani.
You
I
absolutely
said
did.
that when you were talking about like
saying, I'm
how
quoting
you
you.
wanted.
You're
quoting, you were
quoting her
interested.
out of the context that she used it in.
Yeah,
But
that
yes,
is not
you
the
are quoting
context.
her.
I used it. This is an out of context quote. I just want
And
everyone
this is
to
what
know.
I'm afraid of happening to our podcast in 10 years.
Right. Why is Gabby Soria so thirsty? Also, who
That's
is
not what I'm
Gabby
worried
Soria
about.
to me? To me, it's old Goth.
Anyway, I think these are valid criticisms. However,
Yeah.
I hope that she does a good job with the role.
Same.
And I hope she enjoys her time filming. This should be a fun experience. And she's still relatively, like, she's really young still. She's like early 20s or something. So.
Yeah. She
Also,
looks really
she was on My Block or something like that?
Apparently, I have no idea who she was.
Okay.
I watched that whole show and I do not recognize this woman. Cool. Shout out to her.
Yeah.
She's on the block playing Nani. Now I can stop wondering who's going to play Nani.
You can.
Yeah.
You're done. Now we have to
Just,
worry
like,
about who's playing
tragically
David.
sigh.
Well, no, now I'm worried about, not worried, but curious about who's playing that lifeguard. For representation.
Yeah, sure.
make
Yeah,
sure
it's
they
for
get it right.
representation reasons.
Actually, for all of our Polynesian brothers and sisters out there, let us know what you guys think down in the comments.
Honestly,
Oh,
yeah,
yeah.
we're not the ones.
Yeah.
Yeah, this isn't our culture.
It's not really
it's
about
yours.
what we think.
So tell us what you guys think. And
Yeah.
we would love to hear from you.
Yeah, that's pretty much it.
I
Right.
could have sworn there was more news on that list.
No, that was,
No, that
it.
was the last
Oh,
one.
okay. Well, we're done.
We did
Woo!
it.
We made it.
Did it. Love that for
We
us.
did it. We did it. We did it.
Yay.
Thank you, audience, for joining us once again. Thank you, Crown Digital, Brandon, and Io for putting us on Spotify and Apple Podcasts. To me, thank you for editing while you still can, putting us on YouTube. Thank you, Demi and Colin, for repping for the musical fans and the people who did see Blindspotting on time. I'll get there. Gabby, thank you for talking about Ted Lasso with me
You're welcome, dude.
and for repping for the fans of the thick thighs out
Okay, that was taken out of context.
there. You said it, though.
You did say
Well,
that.
because you weren't being real. Okay, you were like, I was just really curious.
Yeah,
so
I'm like,
really.
Gabby,
because
you always
Nani's
get
the thick
upset
queen.
because, like, oh, we take what you say out of context. You be saying wild things every 5 minutes.
And that's the thing about it, Gabby, is that what I said can't be taken out of context 'cause I just didn't say it.
You telling yourself and then you get mad at us. Like,
Can't be quoted if I don't say it.
Exactly. Take what out of context? I didn't say that at all.
Why do you think I edit these things out sometimes?
Exactly.
Ooh,
See, we got a system here.
Save some of my wacky things from making it.
Yours are wacky, but they're not cancel inducing.
Yeah, audience, what'd you think of all these trailers? All the news? Are you excited for the Marvels? Continental? The various superhero things that we talked about. Do you think Mia Goth? Never mind.
what?
Is gonna play a vampire or a
She's
normal
definitely a
person?
vampire. That's
That's what
not
I
a
was gonna
question.
Do you think Mia Goth is gonna play a vampire? We're in the comments. You're in the comments. You're usually not in the comments, but you should be in the comments. Or you can hit us on Twitter at y'all_different, Instagram and Tumblr at Creative Differences Podcast, or Facebook.com/Creative Differences PC, or TikTok at Creative Differences Pod.
Woo.
Talk to me about Ted Lasso, because this might be the last season, and I love this show, and I'm going to be sad if it ends. I'm on Twitter and Instagram at a King Named Simba. Let's talk about Ted Lasso.
Hi, I'm Gabby. Please also talk to me about Ted Lasso because I don't know how to feel. Especially through this last episode, I was like, oh my god, And you can talk to me at Stegosaurus on Instagram.
Come talk to me about Blindspotting, because right now I have one person to talk to about it. And like, obviously I don't want to spoil things for y'all because it matters, but like, I want to talk about it. Anyway, you can find me on Twitter and Instagram at DuckMcGuck.
Hey guys, let me know if you guys think I should change my Twitter name. I've been considering it a lot over the past couple of years. You guys can find me on Twitter and Instagram at Dreamy Films. Dreamy is spelled DREEMI. Thanks again for joining us. Tune in next time. I don't know when or what we're going to be talking about. We're going to be slowing down a little bit over the next month because I currently have a production job, which means I have like no time. So tune back in whenever we come back.
Ooh.
Yep. You'll be waiting for us. We'll be here when you're ready. I don't know. To me, I'm also very good at making up Twitter names, as you may have noticed doing this podcast. So if you need some help.
Exactly what I would change it to.
Okay. Got you.
Damn it.
Then I will step back on that.
There's an
All right. It's been different. Right?
Now, when I need help coming up with a burner name, I got you.
Oh,
There
I'm
we
with you.
go.
All right.
It's been different. Bye.
Bye.
Let's call this hypothetical splash zone.
Okay.
Hypothetical splash zone.
Yeah. I don't even know if it's hypothetical. It's probably not. So we talked about the lifeguard.
Yeah.
Yes.
What obscure Disney character
Oh, God.
would you be like, oh my God, I want to see who's going to play that person? Not for representational reasons.
I have no idea.
Maybe they don't need to be obscure.
Oh, like, okay. We don't have to do obscure.
Yeah. Also, Gabby, they don't have to be human.
Stop that.